Oh, goody.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Zombies here again, and today we're back with another Marvel Snap video. So in this one, we are taking a look at the deck I used to get to Infinite this month. There were three main decks that I ended up doing the climb with. I posted them up over on Twitter. This is one of them. This is what did the final push, roughly from a little bit before 90 to 100. And it was really, really good for me. The other deck that I played a lot of was the one I posted the other day, the stature stuff going on. And the third deck I'll be featuring here soon. It's kind of a Control-y Thanos list. But this is the one that got me over the finish line, and I think it's a really underrated choice right now. And this is kind of a classic discard list. Nebula seems to have been a pretty big upgrade to discard. Now, previously, we were seeing Sunspot in this spot, mainly because we were seeing some Storm discard lists. Turns out, when you're able to just slam down a Morbius or a Sunspot previously in the Storm lane, then you were able to kind of outpower in another lane and win the game. And that just got better with Nebula. Nebula is just way better because we want to be curving out with this deck. Usually, we don't want to be floating mana if we don't have to. So Nebula just kind of does the Sunspot job more efficiently here. It's just been a really good deck overall. Now, I did try a few different versions of it. Originally, I didn't have Sif when I was climbing. I was actually still running Sunspot, but I eventually switched that out to Iceman and then finally to Sif before the end of the climb. And Sif has definitely earned her spot, though I do think you could make an argument for Iceman for being a bit more tempo positive and interfering with the opponent's game plan, but definitely have enjoyed Sif making my big stuff even bigger sometimes. Other than that, we have Swarm and we have Wolverine as two of our main discard payoffs, so we're going to be getting more of those cards. The absolute backbone of the deck here is MODOK. I can't count the amount of times I went Dracula into MODOK to win the game. MODOK was just a huge boost to this archetype, and I really don't know how we ever got by playing it before MODOK actually came out. Chavez gives us some much needed consistency and guarantees us a big thing to draw on the final turn, which is good because we always want something big to discard to Dracula if we don't end up going the discard the Apocalypse route. Sometimes you just want to play the Apocalypse, so it's nice to have Chavez as a backup to discard to our Dracula. Dracula's been MVP. This dude wins a lot of games, and he's really good because it's hard to interact with. You can't Enchantress him, you can't Shang him. He's just a hard card for opponents to get around. Now, Jeff has been a really nice inclusion with the lane locking stuff, particularly if the opponent tries to slam a Nebula into our Storm lane. Sometimes being able to play Jeff there to deny Nebula and get extra power is really nice. I've had a lot of people ask what I would replace for Jeff if you did not have him. Originally, I was saying Iceman because I really like that kind of messing up the opponent's tempo. However, we did just get the newly buffed Collector. I haven't tried him out just yet, but I do think he could make a lot of sense for this deck, as with getting two more cards with the Swarm and us getting our Apocalypse back, it's not going to be hard to make Collector a 2-4 or a 2-5 at the least, and those are good stats for the cost. So I could definitely see Collector maybe making a splash in the Jeff spot, especially if you do not have access to him yet. But yeah, that's the deck. Pretty standard discard stuff here, but I was really surprised at just how effective it was, even against some of the better decks in the format. Sometimes you just put the opponent on having a 50-50 guessing where you're going to play your big thing, or you just outpower them outright, which is really nice. So that's the deck. We're going to get right on to some games with it. Before we do, if you enjoy this type of content, remember to like and subscribe. It's a ton to help out the channel, keeps the videos coming. Without further ado, let's get into the games. Yeah, there's a lot of Black Bolt going around. It's a really good deck. It is a really good deck. Yeah, Jeff is really nice. I do think he really should be a priority buy for most. Such a good card. Oh, bro, why did they have to... They got the... Well, I guess the odds of it hitting Swarm were low, but We finally hit a black bolt. This is what we wanted to be hitting, right? This is exactly what we wanted to be hitting. Enchantress. Oh, that's nice. That's actually hilarious. Actually really funny. A lot of people with Black Bolt and Stature. Is it your idea or is it a common thing? It's become a very common thing over the last few days. Oh, look at that. Morbius dodging. We still would have won if they did it the other way. It's just, it feels like a solid matchup if you drop decently well. Sakar. You know, it's funny. One of the main reasons I decided to switch to discard was because of facing all the Black Bolt decks. And now I'm not seeing as many of them as I was before. I still saw a lot of them on the climb, though. Alright, I'm not that bothered. I think you have to have some real big balls to be playing Thanos right now, with how popular the Hawk deck is. It can still win sometimes, but it's definitely kind of a uphill battle. I wonder if I'm supposed to lock down left. Morbius. Oh, wow. Oh, that's not good.
Wind, aid my hand.
Oh, okay. Well, none of this went right. That is unfortunate. I could guarantee it if I decide to like play one of them, but maybe that was worth doing. Jeff replacement. Jeff is a tricky one to replace with this deck. Although, I think I know what I'd put in. I was trying Sunspot earlier, and he was okay for like the storm stuff, but I ended up taking him out for Iceman. And so I think that's where I'd go if you don't have Jeff. It won't be the exact same thing, but I do think it probably does a good job in that spot. The Dino. What's the replacement for Jeff? I was saying Iceman. Iceman's probably the direction I would go towards. Like the Lizard replacement, Nebula in another lane. Yeah, another good 2-drop. Probably be fine. Hey, one card, the Dino goes down. They could have like Doom, I guess. They have a Demon, Reality, Time. So they go for tiebreakers, but they do not have tiebreakers. Yeah, Nebula feels really nice in this deck. I'm a big fan of Nebula. Goose, sure. They like our Jeff. Ooh. This is really good, right? It's probably a snap.
Wind, aid my hand.
Quake, Negasonic. That could actually end up working against them. So that's pretty funny. Yeah, we kind of have... Actually, we're supposed to put this here. Because we want the double discard, right? What do they have? Okay, so they're a Surfer deck. Looks like. So we actually have to be kind of concerned now, huh? Because of the that Karmatage, it's gonna add up. Oh, the Negasonic fucking gets us. Maybe I should have burned a swarm. Totally forgot about it. They have a Jeff. Okay. So they would gain 3, 6. They gain 12. They have Killmonger to get us. So they probably do. But let's make them have it. I think he has it. Yeah, that should do it. Just barely, I believe. Actually, wait, is that enough in the middle? Bonk. Wait, it's not, right? It's tiebreakers. We went off tiebreakers? Wow. This is what I'm talking about. Like, it kind of just throws out a lot of power. This is another one of those locations that I really like being able to play Nebula on. Like, what's so cool about this card is it makes me like appreciate some of these shitty locations more. So now there's like, are they gonna play into the negative zone to deal with the Nebula? Are they gonna just start to ignore it? Because if you're not a deck that goes really tall, negative zone's really annoying. Okay. Oh, we played them before. They're on like the... We think it's a Shuri deck. I mean, we have the nuts. We have the nutty hand. Typhoid Mary. And the other cool thing about Nebula is like sometimes it makes them overcommit to a lane. And it's like it's a 1-drop. Like we can just abandon it at our earliest convenience and it's fine. Sure. Would have been better if it hit Swarm, but doesn't matter a whole ton. Alright, we got Chavez, so... I wonder if I'm supposed to, like, hedge and put her in the middle, try and surprise him. Okay. That enough? $15. Oh, wow, look at that. Beautiful. It's because we're so early in the season. There are only so many people at Infinite, and since we're like segmented out of the normal matchmaking, probably it's gonna be like this for the first few days, I bet. Oh, we can make a lot of Jeffs. I like that idea. Make many Jeffs. Ooh, okay.
Wind, aid my hand.
So we played this. We get Jeffs. Actually, no, we're just supposed to Modok. We could... Hey, Lee gifting a sub to Blue Train. Thanks so much, Lee. Appreciate the support. Let's get some Hogfish going. They play Typhoid Mary. They played Sauron, so they could play a Red Skull here if they want. Be 12 power. They'd only get 3 of them though. We could get 4 of them. But that would mean we play nothing else. We'd have to move all our Jeffs. And then we might lose this lane. That's probably not a good idea. Black Bolt. Oh, that's funny. Man, if we had Morbius, they were so screwed. They might still be screwed. They are, right? Because they gain 2. But we're gonna discard and gain at least 3. Let's go. Oh no, wait, it was only 2, but it was still enough. So it seems like we're favored into this this Sauron deck. Pretty good. This. Guardians deck? Maybe. No, created by the hub. Created by the hub. They're hubbing.
Wind, aid my hand.
Will they move my Jeff? Huh. It's not what I was expecting. That's quite good for us. Now we can move Jeff if we want to. Borg. Miles. Jeff. Okay. Well, now we know that we can't, or like we have to move Jeff. Or we can't move Jeff. That's what I meant. I have 6 cards in my deck. They have to play something here to fight against this Wolverine. And if it dies, it could screw them still. Yep. Got him. See, it's just why this deck is really solid right now. It's because it puts a lot of these other good decks on, like, having to make a 50-50. This is good for us because their deck cares a lot about their on reveals, so. Viper? Sure. I think Thanos still has a place. It's just, it's more annoying to play him right now. If it's working, that's kind of like my biggest advice is, if something's working for you, just fucking keep doing it until it stops working for you. Like, oh man, speaking of annoying. Because now I can't do the swarm stuff. Oh, we didn't get MODOK anyway. Yeah, we saw some people doing the Sauron Shuri stuff earlier tonight. Seems kind of alright. I don't know. So what? We have 4, 2. I'm just gonna play this here and hope that Dracula through for us. I mean, I guess we could guarantee it if we do this. Guarantee Dracula gets a big thing. I guess it's better. Only 2 less power left. Daredevil?
Wind, aid my
You have 4 and 4, so we're gonna tie, right? And we're gonna beat Tiebreaker. Looks like it. Pretty good. That was even with stuff going wrong, right?